Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Aesop Grim here, and this is the continuation of my blind playthrough of RDR2 in 2025. Last episode was a rough outing for me. It was a tough recording. Not that anything really demonstrably awful happened in the episode itself, although there was some drama. It was just kind of a downer of a recording event for me, and I didn't enjoy my playthrough that much. So we're going to see if we can remedy that here in this episode. Now, if we open up the map here, I think there's one yellow quest, and that's Sadie Andrews. Sadie Adler. I'm leery of starting that because I'm worried it'll push us forward another chapter. I want to take care of these white quests that are on our map first. And so at the end of last episode, we were on our way down here to see Charles. Now, the thing with Charles is that it has to be... Charles Chatanet, that's not the one I was thinking of. There's the mayor. We need to see the mayor after midnight, but it looks like we can go see Charles now. His quest is available, I guess. Last episode I looked at it, and it said it was not available.
Yeah.
So let's go see what happens. What time is it? 12:53 p.m. Now, I remember that at the end of last episode, I went ahead and had Arthur camp out. We woke up at 12 o'clock, and I ate food, and I gave our horse food also. So all that stuff is taken care of. And you'll have to excuse me, guys. It's like 3:30 in the morning. I'm on a really weird sleep cycle, so I don't know that has a whole lot to do with it. But my voice feels really not rough, but dry. And so it kind of gives out at the end and ends in a bit of a scratch and a whisper. So I hope everything comes through on audio. But as we go on, I think it'll warm up. I just haven't talked a whole lot all day long. I bought that U-boat game. I've been slowly learning how to play that. That's kind of the case with all simulators. They have a steep learning curve. So I just cleared my voice, and that didn't really do anything. So we'll see how things develop. Okay, we're at the cemetery. So I think this was the road that the gangster lived on. I'm not going to squeeze through that gap, I don't think. I think he would be down there to the left. We're going to go straight. Man, that dude's voice sure does keep up. I went and bought a couple Subway sandwiches today. I had a coupon for them, so that's why I got two. And as I was walking out, there was a homeless black woman that was looking through the mirror. Like she had her cart out there with all her life stuff packed into it. And I went to my car. I smiled at her and said hello as I exited with my food. I went to my car and put everything in my car, and I opened up one of the sandwiches, and the guy had cut them into half, so I grabbed half a sandwich, and I went to go give it to her, and she wouldn't take it. And I think the reason is because I just am suspicious that there's people out there that do horrible things to the homeless, and so they have learned not to accept anything that they think that maybe you might have doctored it or something like that. So that was really too bad, but of course I didn't push anything on her. I respected her wishes, kind of understanding the situation in the moment. I had to speculate,
What to do?
but that's the best reason I can come up with. Of course, with homeless, sometimes you're dealing with mental illness, so who knows?
My friend.
friend. It is me, Charles Chatonnet, the
Yeah.
painter.
I can tell.
Okay. What are you dressed up like that for?
Oh, I am a wanted man, persecuted for my art.
As bad as it is, I don't think that the art is the problem.
In Paris, they say leave, go far away. We will never understand you here. I say, I go to Saint-Denis. They say that is not far enough. It seems to me that they were right. But it doesn't matter. Now, I go to South Pacific. They always tell me the light there is perfect for my work.
Well, so long as they weren't telling you that just to get you on the other side of the world.
Perhaps. It doesn't matter. Help me get to the next ship. They are watching the port, and I need a chaperone.
All right.
Okay, come on.
Bro, in 1899, even in Paris, I don't think that this outfit would fly.
Civilization, so repressive, so stifling. I can hardly breathe in this city.
Yeah, I kind of know what you mean.
Why I thought I would find my way in a country founded by Puritans, I'll never know.
Oh, it's the Puritans' fault, huh? Dude, look at yourself.
Quick, behind here.
Okay, fine.
We stay behind here.
You definitely need to get over to Japan, but even there, man, you better be flying on. They, that's just a cultural thing that they got going on. I don't know if it's everything that's being entailed.
Come now.
Yeah, who knows? Let me not read into the situation. The developers haven't put anything there, so I shouldn't read anything into it.
Shat on their bar?
But of course, I needed to shit. Hey,
Okay.
come on. My fresh excrement was better than any of the drinks they served in there.
You think so, huh?
That place.
This guy's full of himself. He's eccentric as hell.
Back. The money lenders. We go another way.
Ah, okay.
We go through here.
Oh, they recognized you, dude. We got people. Oh, they're not coming. All right.
What's this? Quickly!
You got. That's
It's not
that's a
fun.
black
I
eye,
thought
bro.
I knew him.
Please do not do that again. Get moving, come on.
Arthur, you should have punched him. That deserved a punch.
Hey, partner.
So, wait.
You could still be friends, but that deserved a punch.
There is always a heavy demand for fresh mediocrity, but new kinds of brilliance. Not so much.
The new kinds of...
The brilliant affair. We go there.
Man, I'm not sure you're as talented as you think you are. You're just weird. That's all it
Anywhere
is.
you want, mon ami.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
This way, to the end of the docks.
that dude's gonna have nightmares for a week. They're not used to this. In 2025, we're kind of used to it. We just point and laugh. But in 1899, this is probably traumatic.
After all, what are you looking at?
Bar shitting, money borrowing, wife stealing. You sure got a way of ingratiating yourself with people.
If the purpose of life was to be liked, it would be very boring indeed.
I've developed a feeling the purpose ain't to be hated.
Hate, love, they are the same. I provoke, I challenge, I amuse, do I not? With my impropriety, a mediocre life is meaningless. A bold life, filled with art and truth, dirty truth.
Look at you, pretty little thing.
Hello, boys.
Come on.
Come on back now, baby.
I mean, you can't see the beard or the robust amounts of chest hair from like 20 feet away.
I hope the sailors know who they're bunking with.
We have many weeks together. We will get to know each other well.
Well, good luck to all of you.
Relax. Hey, up here. She is my ship. it!
Let's go.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Oh, okay.
I got it. He's out here. That was.
Oh, nice headbutt.
I am not so weak.
Oh, that dude got a knife, man. We should have been dead already.
Charles, come on. You better hope this ship's leaving soon.
Merci, merci. All aboard for the South Pacific.
Yeah, good luck, man. I hope they don't throw you overboard.
Adieu. Merci, mon ami.
So long. If they don't like you in the islands, keep on going to the South Pole.
Ah, yes. I hear there the light is really fantastic. Au revoir.
All right, that ends the whole Charles thing. I'd be honest, man. I could have done without every single one of those missions. I don't think that added anything to the game, and it was just a weirdo.
Hey, you're over here. Move and I put you down for good. You make a move and I'll
And we
make
gotta-
short work of you.
We gotta get out of here. Let's see, how are we gonna do that? Shoot. Okay, we got 3 of them.
You messed with the wrong lawman. It's him, Crush.
2 more up front. Shoot, that killed us. Killed time that I don't have.
I need help.
No, no, God, no. Oh, shit.
Leave him alone, man. Wrong guy.
He's making a break for it on foot.
Oh man, Arthur's breathing hard.
Finish him off. Blazing him. Oh, come on. I just want to be rid of you.
Darn. It wasn't a good way to get over that. Doggone it, man. Just can't make it happen. That is another thing that annoys me about this game. They take things and they purposely steer them into your direction. So even if you're jogging left or jogging right, they'll move with you. And felt like that's a little bit of what happened there. I didn't really move a whole lot to the left or the right. I did a little bit, and they changed, that horse in front of me changed its bearing. Alright, how do we get out of here? Charles Chatenay, what a waste of time.
How you doing today?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Get out of the way.
Brilliant minds of Wall Street brought here to the South to help those wise enough to help themselves. Stop right now. All the men
we get the hell out of here? How do we get out of here? Okay, that's the train station.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Hey.
I'll be right over.
Let's pay the bounty
Clear
first.
this right up for you. What you need. I'll send word over to the folks in Lemoyne.
And
If you wouldn't mind coughing in your sleeve, sir, I really can't afford to get sick again this month.
gosh.
Why don't you just do your job?
Of course, sir, sorry. It's just a polite request is all.
Okay, well, I saw an exclamation point there, so I thought maybe I had something to pick up.
Makes my blood run cold.
Well then.
Hello.
Alright, electrician company, St. Denis sign, make a right here. And I think we're on our way out. See, look at that, man, just veering off right where I'm going. This one didn't do it. Okay, let's open this up. And the next place for us to go would be up north. What time is it? 6:30. We could just wait. I think we gotta show up at the mayor's office after... Oh man, I think it's after 9 p.m. Does it say? Here. Visit the mayor after dark. Okay, well the dark is coming right up.
Easy, whoa.
That should be the last of what we can eat. Yep. Alright, how's he looking? He looks decent, I think. I wish I could zoom in a little bit. We gotta wait for a period of time. I straight up forgot how to do that. We just need a few hours. It's 7:30, maybe one more hour. We could probably start our way into Saint Denis. Let's see if I can remember where the mayor's house is. Let's say it's up this way. Got a saloon. We could go there. Barber. Oh yeah, I do need to get a haircut. Let's see if we can make it to the barber's before it closes. 7:30 at night.
You think a great deal of yourself, don't you?
Oh, I think because I'm dressed up. That guy was saying, you think a great deal of yourself, don't you? I think that's what he said. And it's because I got nice clothes on. Let's, I think it's the second outfit. Yeah. Yeah, to get the hat back on. Okay. Moving on. Slalom through these two.
The least you can do.
Here!
Wow.
Y'all wanted a drink? There you go. Now shut the hell up. Well, ain't that life?
Hi there. Come on in. So, what do you need? I say you look ready for a portrait now.
Oh, that's a bit better.
Okay. I think it is now nighttime.
Thanks, partner.
Open up the map. Yep.
Evening, mister.
This is it? I guess so. Can I hitch up to the lamppost? Not really. Alright. I thought we were supposed to go to the back door, but looks like it's pointing us right towards the front door. I guess it is the back door. We'll run around back here. And, get this guy's attention.
Oh, it's you.
I got his letter.
Mr. Arthur,
Sir?
education is the most wonderful thing. It'll raise us higher and higher. Make civics and ethics less a work of dirty-minded pragmatists like me, and the calling of higher, better men.
Here, here.
Without it, we are savages.
The
But
audio's
with
really
learning,
rough.
why, in 50 years, man will put down his guns and start living a life of relentless purity.
Here, here.
But the rich can be so very self-absorbed.
How can I help?
You can't.
We need all our strengths. That's the point. We've gone over this.
Violence is never right.
I agree with you. But it's not violence. It's the mere threat of violence.
Against whom?
Oh. Against Hector Fellow's worst nature. To convince him to make good on his promise to help finance the library.
Who is he and where do I find him?
He's a newspaper man. And
He's leaving town on a coach, heading to his country estate because he doesn't like your heavy-handed approach.
Well, he certainly won't like my heavy-handed approach.
Thank you, Mr. Arthur.
All right.
You'll spot him on the road through the bayou. He has a red coach. So we are clear, I do not approve of this behavior.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Spoke your mind. Got no problems with that. I gotta go do what I gotta do, though. Red coach. Did I go the wrong way? I sure did. And into the bayou. That doesn't really look like an evening sky. Daybreak's coming, I guess. It kind of is already here, it looks like. I wish it would tell me what time it was. I'd say we're coming up on 8 o'clock. Oh, wait for a red stagecoach.
There we go.
Okay. Chimney stacks, farm fields, dirt roads. This must be it.
Yep.
Alongside similar speed and jumping into it. Well, how come it does this on every single horse guy out there I find, and it doesn't do it here? That's pretty lame. Maybe I gotta do it on the other side. You gotta be kidding me, man.
Let's go, boy.
It's gonna make me do special stuff for the thing I need it for.
Get your hands up.
Who the hell heck are you?
Hey, hold it. I'm getting in. Okay, drive.
What the hell do you want?
Mr. Fellows, ain't it? Charity, sir. And an appeal to your better nature.
This is most impudent.
Oh, no, it's not most impudent. Trust me, buddy. I can get a whole lot more impudent, but this is a good cause for a wealthy man such as yourself. The chance to add some dignity to all that wealth.
Dignity?
By helping to finance a library in town. Think of the prestige, sir.
Oh, get out of my carriage.
But the mayor...
Mayor? The mayor is a crook.
Me too. I'm a real crook.
I will not be bullied by you, sir.
Oh, you
Get
think
out
so,
of
huh?
here.
Oh, I'm sorry, was that? Yes, I'd like to finance the library for the common good. I didn't hear you. What was that?
Please! All right!
There. You see? That wasn't difficult. You know, they say it's better to give than to receive. And certainly in the case of a beating, I know that's true. Now, the mayor awaits your check, sir. Been a pleasure. There's a good man in there. Let him live a little more. Driver! Hold up! As you were. Drive on! Hey, boy. Yep.
Okay. So we need to go back to the mayor's house after dark. That means we're going to head up to here. Do this thing for Leopold Strauss. Let's see, it's 32 minutes. Yeah, I think we can make that ride. That should put us into position right about the end of this episode, I'm thinking. I don't know. No, it's not going to take us a half hour to get up there. No, we'll be there before the end of the episode. See, it said jump to horse, and it wouldn't let me jump to that carriage. I'm upset about that. Because the jump to horse thing is annoying to me. I never want to jump to the horse. It just slows my pace down. We don't want these guys to know who we are.
Whoa, now.
We need to go back to camp soon also and see if anything has changed in the state of the camp. Probably need to bring some food in. Oh, I lost all my skins when the cops killed me, so can't sell those. Lost my bear skin whenever I had to take what's her name to the train. Okay, that looked like a little bit shady to me there for a minute. I was thinking Murphy's.
We are spraying. Come on.
I didn't know this until recently.
Yep.
Because of the sleep cycle I'm on, I'm not getting news as quick as I normally do. Just the way that things go with my life, I end up not having the time to go check that out, or the inclination. So I learned about the illegal Kuwaiti who firebombed the Jewish people holding their protest. But it wasn't until later that I learned,
Get that horse out of here.
oh, this is our camp. Oh, yeah, okay. We need to go talk to Leopold. It wasn't until later that I learned that MSNBC reported him
Susan?
as a white male. Now, normally I wouldn't think anything of it. Like, the guy is pretty pale. It would be easy to mistake him.
I don't know. Look at this place. All divided. Everyone anxious and at each other's throats.
Go away.
I'm heartbroken.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Bye. Yeah, have a nice day. Get to work. All right, let's talk to Leopold, and then once we get out of camp, then I'll expand on this. I didn't even know she was talking, or I would have shut up so that we could hear what she had to say.
Herr Strauss?
How are you?
About how I look.
Okay. Are you perhaps available for some work?
Debtors?
Yes.
I guess.
Your commitment to your duties is admirable. You know, Mr. Morgan, you're... Well, I'm sorry for you. No, never mind. I didn't...
Look, Strauss.
You take care.
I ain't dead yet.
No, of course not. That's what I was saying.
The debtor, Strauss. Who owes you money?
Well, there's a deserter from Fort Wallace. Head to him first. They're looking for him out on the road near Three Sisters. Man's name is J. John Weathers.
J. John Weathers.
Then there's a miner over in Annesburg. He's called Arthur. Like you. Arthur Londonderry. Family man, desperate, you know the type.
Couldn't one of the boys do this?
I tried. They lacked your... vigor.
Vigor, huh? All right.
Take care, Mr. Morgan.
These missions are terrible. I really hate these things. Individuals that owe the gang money are marked on the map with $signs. Seek out the debtors and recover the money. All right. That's what we're going to do. Is there any food to grab? Let's see.
Arthur,
What the hell do you want?
someone smashed the box.
What box?
The money box. We'd had that for so many years.
Why did they smash it?
Well, I don't know. Look at this place. All divided. Everyone anxious and at each other's throats. I'm heartbroken.
You told me this already.
Me too.
My God, you're annoying. All right. Well, I've seen 2 fires, but no food. I think that was the food kettle right there to the right. All right, let's get out of here, guys. What's our horse's status? He's dirty and thin. Okay. Let's go ahead and take care of that.
Take more than that, boy.
I expected dirty. I didn't expect thin.
Good. Easy, boy.
Let's brush him down one more time.
Yeah, there, boy.
Okay, with him being thin, we're gonna feed him all 5 of these carrots.
You okay, boy? Here, boy. Good boy. Okay there, boy?
All right. So I would normally give MSNBC a pass for that. The guy, very short shaved head, looks white. You're thinking, especially if you're a lefty, and you know his anti-Jewish action, you're like, this dude's a neo-Nazi fascist white supremacist. Well, he kind of looks like one, you know? So, now, let me be very clear. I think that's a retarded take. I find more racists in the minority communities than I do in the white community. That's just been my experience. I find more lunatic communists willing to engage in violence and murder than I do neo-Nazis. And I certainly find more people who are sympathetic to socialism and communism than I do fascism, both of which are authoritarian government types.
Have some of this. Yeah. I want them some stuff.
These woods is watered with the blood of idiots. I'm gonna get your belly full of lead. Shit!
Come on. Son of a bee, man. If it's not one thing, it's another. These effers will not let up.
Squeal, little fella.
It's a hunting ground, boy.
Come on now, boy.
I hate the Murphys the most.
Get close. I wasn't part of this. It was them. Oh, you running for real now?
See, there he is.
Bastards. Easy.
Okay. We'll go loot bodies and I'll see if I can finish this monologue I'm trying to get through. All right, so you guys get the point, right? I don't see, my experience, right? I don't see as many racists in the white community as I do in the minority community. And maybe this has to do with ratio, right? The white people have a lot more representation, I guess. So the raw numbers might be up there. I don't really know. I see plenty of discrimination, mind you, but not much racism. Now that's going to be my little circle, right? But I've lived all over the place and in multiple states. I've lived all across the United States. I've been with all kinds of different Americans overseas in my military experience. I'm not exactly the guy that's lived in one a one light town for his whole life. I'm a long ways from that. And so the density of racism in minority communities, I think, is significantly deeper, significantly greater than in white communities. I see a lot more communism than I do fascism. I see a lot more violent communists than I do neo-Nazis. A lot more. That one's not even remotely close. And I can't name a truly fascist subgroup out there. I'm sure that lefties would tell me the Proud Boys. Yeah, but who you label fascists makes me think that you don't know what a fascist is, because you label everybody who disagrees with you and leans a little bit more conservative than Oprah as a fascist. So I don't trust your take on that. I think they would tell me the white boys are fascists. Well, they're led by a guy that's I think half Cuban, half black. That doesn't really sound fascist. I think you're stupid. So I'm not going to listen to those people. I've seen neo-Nazis before. Whenever I was a kid in Florida, I went to a punk concert. Neo-Nazis like punk, or they used to back in the day. It was a real problem because that's what spawned the whole, within the punk community, you had something called SHARPS. SHARPS was an acronym. Well, SHARP was. It stood for Skinhead Against Racist People. That's what a SHARP was. You had that stand up in the punk community because you had so many skinheads that were in the punk community. I don't know exactly how that turned out. I haven't researched it, but whenever I was a kid in Florida, I went to one of these concerts, and there were actual neo-Nazi, not SHARPs, but neo-Nazi skinheads there. The way that you could tell is that they wore combat boots with white laces. That's a definite sign. That's regalia, you know. What do you have with Antifa? They always look the same when they go out there, and they have a symbol also. They got those 3 arrows, right? I think it's 3 arrows. That is an official group. So I can't find you a modern day neo-Nazi group. I'm sure they're out there, but I haven't run into them. But I see Antifa once a month on TV. You know, these two things aren't remotely close. So, back to the Kuwaiti. He was white. He had what looked like a shaved head. Maybe it was just closely cropped hair. I'm not sure. He looks pale as all get out. He looks white to me. And I would give you a pass for your demented view that white supremacy and neo-Nazis are the biggest threats for domestic terrorism. Because you're a lefty and you've bought into all that, I would give you a pass if you're MSNBC. Except for this. You never, ever, ever hear them report a crime by a quote-unquote black male. This is what tells me that you're not pushing news, you're pushing narratives. You won't say when a black male commits a murder or a robbery, a violent robbery or something like that. And I'm not saying anything about that. I don't have anything against black people. I do have things against subcultures. Bunch of white people cook meth. I'm not cool with them, you know, and I'm not cool with black gangster thugs going out there violently accosting people and using intimidation to get their way. I'm not okay with that. That doesn't mean I'm okay with, or that I'm not okay with all black people. That's a It's a dumb assumption to make. But you have a lot of violent crime happening in places like Chicago. You've got gang versus gang. You have terrible things happening on the daily in poor downtown communities dominated by minorities, and you never once hear them say black male or Hispanic male. Every now and again I'll hear Hispanic male. I never hear black male.
Hello?
But you hear them chime in white male right off the cusp before there's even been time for things to be settled. They just, it's like catnip to them. They saw a visual, they thought they knew what they were looking at, and they got giddy about being able to push the narrative of white males are the greatest threat in this country. I think that's what happened. That's why they don't get a pass. Otherwise, I would forgive them just for falling for their already presuppositional stereotypes. And I wouldn't think anything negative about them beyond the fact that they're gullible and that they have wrong presuppositions. But this, I think, falls in line with evil, because you're not... Anytime you're trying to shape a narrative and you're obfuscating truth, you're doing the devil's work, for lack of a better phrase. You'll never convince me that, now I'm not talking about white lies, but you'll never convince me that on major issues, lying and propagandizing and steering people in a direction of false hope is the right idea. Or false narrative. That stuff all has more to do with hustling, social engineering, manipulating for your own selfish ends. Most of these people, I think, are doing it for the money. And that's why the media is at an all-time low and trust factor amongst the American population. And this has been setting records for years. They've been at an all-time low for a really long time. But they're lower than they've ever been now. Nobody believes them. And even they're starting to recognize that.
J. John Weathers.
They call me Snow Goose now.
Whatever they call you. You borrowed money off of Leopold Strauss. The bills come due.
This ain't the best time, sir.
This ain't the best time for anyone.
Mr. Strauss knew it was a long-term proposition.
The debt is due.
Okay. I got supplies meant to last through the winter. You can take them, just... Is there any way you can help me? I stay out here, there won't be anyone to pay you.
I ain't here to help. I'm here to collect. We're all of us up against it.
Look, there's men after me. They're killers. I ain't a deserter, just an objector. It ain't right. If there was another way than running, I need your help.
Shut up.
Please.
Up here, it's him.
It's too late.
Form up, we shoot on sight.
I clear off, sir.
Shit. Well, seeing as I'm here, I'll do what I can for you.
The supply!
right, my darling? You can come out.
Oh, crap. I probably should have helped you fix the damn wagon.
We could probably still save something.
Really now?
Look, you can take this silver locket for the debt.
Damn the dad. Just get her somewhere safe. Go on.
Thank you, fella. You know, there ain't enough kindness in this world, that's for sure. But you...
I don't know nothing about kindness.
Well, I absolved it not to be a good guy, but to find out what that does with Leopold Strauss. When it comes to this story, I kind of wonder, I guess there's a million ways it could happen, but a guy that was in the cavalry, that's tasked with protecting the frontier or hunting down Indians that kidnap people or whatever it is, maybe take the lefty approach, tasked with massacring entire tribes for no good reason, whatever it is, right? How would he have had time to meet a squad, develop a relationship, get the chief's approval, marry her, and get her pregnant? Because I have a hard time believing that she'd stay with him if he'd raped her and she was pregnant. That's hard to believe. Yeah, I don't know. But it's an open-ended enough scenario, enough ambiguity, that I suppose you could come up with a billion different ways that would have happened. That might not even be his kid. Maybe she was pregnant, she got kicked out of the tribe for something, and he found her out wandering all by herself. And things developed that way over a period of months, right? Little hard to believe, but you can make a story up. All right, I think I got everybody. We're at 58 minutes. Well, let's see if we could go back. We weren't very far. And see what old Leopold's reaction is. Hey, I don't remember all of the details on this. This is something my economics, man. It's not my strong suit, and so my brain doesn't pick up on all that stuff. I'll pick up on philosophical stuff really well, but I did hear a video about economy today where, you know, they'd been telling us tariffs. Nobody wanted tariffs, and this was gonna be bad for the economy in the long term and stuff like that. And then none of that really came true. In fact, I've seen posts on like Reddit and stuff by people that are asking. It's not like I'm wishing for this to happen, but part of me kind of wishes MAGA would get what they deserved. And I was sort of expecting that the shelves would be bare now because of all these tariffs, and that's not the case. What's going on? What am I missing? They never accept the fact that the tariff idea was just darn good economic policy. It's never that. It's more like, what am I not understanding here? Is it a longer timeline than I thought? So they've bought the narrative completely, hook, line, and sinker, and they've completely dismissed as a possibility that maybe Trump's right. So they're looking for other reasons, right? But from what I'm hearing is that I can't remember who it is. It's a very popular financial company out there that looks at the stock market. I think it's the stock market. No, it's not the stock market. It's gross domestic product. And they had forecasted a very optimistic 2.5% increase. That was a few months ago. They cut against the grain of what a lot of people were saying, and they said, I don't think so. We think it could be actually 2.5% increase in GDP once the second quarter begins. And they were saying that that they were very optimistic. They were kind of like, I think the term is bullish.
Yeah.
They were they really believed that everybody else out there was probably wrong, or all these narratives that you hear. It's not like everybody else, but all these narratives that you hear from mainstream media, they really felt strongly that they were wrong. They felt strongly enough to put a strong stake of, we're predicting 2.5%. Well, second quarter just hit, and it's I think it's 5%, plus 5%. A plus 5% increase in GDP apparently is like through the roof. That's just, it's not very often in a single quarter, basically quarter one, to go from where we were. And this guy just got into office. I think that makes it even more impressive. He's having to deal with the after effects of the failed administration before him. He's putting policies in place that everybody's trying to claim is controversial. But the dude's making 4-day weekend trips to the Middle East and coming back with $20+ trillion in investment. And he's done that on multiple occasions with different groups of people, different nations. And so in one quarter, this should be theoretically, unless something horrible happens, like they unleashed COVID on us before. Trump's economy was going through the roof. And after 2 years, they unleashed COVID on us and squashed the entire global economy just so they could steal an election. So who knows what they're going to do in the future. Whenever I say they, I'm talking about the international cabal of globalists. That's going to include the deep state, but it's wider than just the American deep state. There's a lot of people involved in this. And I don't know what they'll be able to get away with. I don't think you can duplicate COVID. That's a one-time good deal. Everybody's got remorse on that except a few Looney Tunes. And I don't think you're going to be able to pull the wool over people's eyes on that again. But his economy was really busting through the roof, setting records. People were astonished in his first 2 years. Now he's back in office. He's at the point where 4 years of the opposite kind of policy that produced record-setting.
Who goes there? Arthur, you dumbass. You can tell me later.
Record-setting inflation. So at his most vulnerable part, taking that over with its snowball effect still in play, in one quarter, he sets a record. Not just a record, but from what I understand, plus 5% GDP increase is strong no matter what the circumstances are. So that's remarkable.
Hello, Mr. Morgan.
I love these tariffs, man. I voted for all of this. Because what we're doing is we're not just sticking it to other nations. What we're using them to do is to reset very, very bad deals. One-sided deals that strongly favored their nation and hurt ours, because there used to be a globalist world order kind of view, a one world thing that we were moving to, that the idea was take money from the US and invest it in other nations. And they did that through piss poor trade deals. And the idea was, if we can bring everybody else up, we will lower strife and conflict, and we'll eventually be able to have basically kind of like a one world government where everybody's working together and cooperative. Is that pie in the sky? You bet your bottom dollar it is. That was foolish. But that really is how people saw it. You can go back to the early 90s, and there were two competing theories out of Ivy League economists. I think they were economists. No, not economists. Ivy League professors. One was named Francis Fukuyama, and the other is the one that proposed what I believe happened, and I always forget his name, so I apologize. I don't remember his name. But it was, he produced the clash of civilization theory. And that's exactly what we're seeing now. But George Bush Sr. and the people in charge at the time, which included Democrats, this is the Uniparty we're talking about. Later on, Bill Clinton was a proponent of this as well, sided with Fukuyama's end of history, I think is what it was called. The end of history theory. This is all stuff that you can Google. And that's the theory that I'm kind of referencing. This idea that it basically said that at this point in time, this was in the early 90s, at this point in time, mankind has tried all of the basic forms of government that it can, and it has found that liberal democracy is the winner. And so therefore, all future nations will be measured in how much they're civilized or how much they're barbarous by how much they accept or reject liberal democracy. Now, we're sitting here in a game in 1899 where these Indians were all labeled as savages, right? And the U.S. cavalry was sent out to round them up, and we're going to settle this land, and you savages can't do anything with it anyway, so we're taking it. That's kind of the leftist position, right? It's really funny how they take that strong of a position on that. Let me see if I can get away from this guy.
I fear I'm pretty sick.
I'm so sorry.
You seem well, on the other hand?
Yes, son. I've stopped all that silly business.
Well, that's pretty awesome,
I think
actually.
I'm okay.
Well, that's wonderful news. How?
I don't know. I met a Catholic lady, a nun, and we prayed, and it was lifted.
Oh,
The
this is
curse
important.
was lifted.
Good.
I can't believe it. Really, I can't. All those years I wasted.
I think that's who Arthur's going to end up going to see eventually. So it's funny how lefties can look at history and critique the way that they do, and then look at the present day and take the side of the people that are doing those things. Now, that's remarkable. You know, so 5% GDP growth in one quarter, the toughest quarter that it should be. And I'm just super excited to see how we're getting trade deals renegotiated. We're respecting other nations and their autonomy rather than trying to change their cultures or interfere with their business. I'm a big fan of that. I don't have to agree with them. I don't believe in communism, but I don't believe in going to try to shake down China. You know, like Steve Bannon is all like burn down the CCP. You know, if I saw the CCP implode, I think it would be better for the Chinese people. But I think that the Chinese people need to do that. I'm not really for investing government resources or getting the CIA involved in trying to instigate a coup or an implosion of another sovereign nation's government. And I'm not for doing that in the Middle East either. And Trump seems to be hitting that reset button with a lot of people over stuff like that. So we're at an hour 10 now, so we're going to go ahead and save it right here. What time is it? 6:02 p.m. Let's head back to town and have Arthur sleep in camp. Oh, I forgot to go talk to Leopold also. Oh, you know what? It doesn't look like he's available. I saw that Poland just shocked their people. Not their people, but their, like, influencer class, their media and stuff like that, where the conservative guy won. Now, just by the nature of voting, I'm sure their people are not surprised because they're the ones that elected him. But the powers that be, what do you call that? The establishment. They were shocked. They were stunned. So congrats to Poland. I hope things go real well for you. All right, Arthur's tent, I think, is over here on the left. This should be, well, it is. This is Friday's episode. I'm recording it as of really early Wednesday morning. We need to access this weapon locker.
You think Dutch has lost his mind, Arthur?
I don't know anymore. I'm not sure I even care.
Well, Micah. Micah says you've been saying crazy things about him.
What's wrong? Micah. Keep an eye out for Micah, Bill. He says a whole lot.
Cannot go on. How many more times will we survive? These past months.
There we go. Grange's revolver and Flacco's revolver, those are the ones that I want to have equipped.
For me, they've been
So, you can see factions are, like, the gang is splitting up. So on Monday, we'll get the other money. Oh, he was just talking to Leopold. Suppose I can find him. So here come Micah.
Just put the knife away. You ain't impressing no one.
I ain't the problem here, Morgan.
Or slip and do us all a favor.
You think you're really something, don't you?
Everyone's bored.
You need to back off
now.
Yo, Keith.
All right.
Sit, Arthur, sit.
I don't think so. That's Javier. This is Grimshaw. Charles, I think, yeah. Hey, I just heard her say Herr Strauss.
I don't like waking up in this place.
Very worried.
Well, me too, but as long as my girls are okay, I think, well...
What are we going to do? It's a nasty world out there, and it's catching up with us. I'm too old to be alone, and too scared to remain here.
It's very worrying. Very worrying indeed.
I'm so afraid. I'm so very afraid. I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping at all.
Are you thinking about leaving?
I have no money. I am old. I am frightened. I am so frightened. Excuse me, but everyone has gone crazy.
Jeez, pull yourself together, man.
See if we can get through a morning with no argument.
Just try to stay calm.
Calm? Look around you, Mr. Morgan.
You ain't helping.
All right. We'll go ahead and save it right here. And that gets us to 62.6%. So on Monday, we will go and get the other debtor taken care of. And I guess come back to Strauss after that and see what happens. Alrighty then, guys. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. And I'll see you in the next episode where this story continues.